Devi Niyatune Devi Niyatune Amba Devi Niyatune Durai Meenalo Chani Devi Niyatune Madurai Meenalo Chani Devaki Sundari Sundari Devan Sundari Tokavar Sundari Anvaji Madurai Meenalo Chani Malayatvajan Matavame Malayatvajan Matavame Kanchana Male Udalmi Maharani Alay Magal Kanay Magal Panikirvani Alay Magal Kanay Magal Panikirvani Amudanayaniya Muttame Valartana Amudanayaniya Muttame Valartana Madurai Meenalo Chani Devi
Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Reva Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Akhanda Mandala Karam Vyaptam Yana Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. The Guru is Brahma, the Guru is Vishnu, the Guru is the Lord Shiva, the Guru is truly the Supreme Brahman. Salutations to the Guru. Salutations to the Guru who has made it possible to realize him by whom this entire universe of movable and immovable objects is pervaded. The tradition of having a Guru is particular in the Orient, but is also there everywhere. We can't resist it, since the word becomes flesh and dwells amongst us from age to age. We have this assurance from Sri Krishna that whenever there is a decline in harmony, a dharma, whenever there exists a condition like that, the cosmic balancing power comes and dwells amongst us and corrects it for the next few thousands of years. We can say maybe 7,000 years, 5,000 years, 2,500 years, 2,000 years. And there's no doubt, in this modern age, we have also such a cosmic balancing power. There's, of course, the famous story. A student comes to the Guru and wants to inquire, I wish to be a student. What's necessary? What do I have to do? Well, in the early morning, you have to get up. You have to go to the cold water, take your bath. You have to help in the kitchen. You have to look after the cattle. And maybe in the afternoon, take a rest after a hard day's work. And then massage the Guru's body. Oh, well, what does the Guru do? Well, he reads a bit of scripture, he meditates, and he sits. Oh, may I please be a Guru? Much better. So you see, this idea of Guru, literally, some transitional person who leads us from the darkness of ignorance to the light of knowledge. That's all our destiny. Regardless of who we are, wherever we are born in such a way that we are privileged to have a human body. The Viveka Shuddhamani, attributed to Shankaracharya, makes this very clear. Makes it clear that after so many, many lives, we're privileged to have a human body. Even more privileged if we come to know the essence of truth. Even more privileged if we find a Guru. More privileged, of course, because all these resources are designed to lead us to a point of freedom, liberation, our own destiny. We'll arrive there, all of us, at some point in time. But we need a catalyst. And according to the system, the catalyst has to be in human form. We can't resist it on the basis of the incarnations. But of course, these are the light of the world. These are the best of the teachers. Of course, not every teacher is like that, but every teacher has to also be a light that removes the darkness. And so we see that in that same text, Viveka Shuddhamani, there are 4 characteristics for Guru. And the word Guru has come to have a very negative meaning from about in the West anyway, from about the 1960s onwards. It creates a lot of baggage. So we have to be clear what we mean. Sri Ramakrishna was against the word Guru. He didn't like it because only God is the Guru. What is the real Guru? The only Guru is Sat Chit Ananda. This is the only Guru. Existence and consciousness and bliss. That is the highest supreme principle available to us. We can imagine it is like having a reservoir on a hill. We can call this water which is there. We can use a metaphor that water is the divine grace, the fullness of Sat Chit Ananda. And this grace flows down toward a town who require the water, and it goes through a pipeline, and at the end of it will be a faucet, a tap. That tap is the Guru. In all these praises of the Guru, in the Guru Stotram, we see that the Guru is God. But then the question arises. We find many Gurus who are very fallible, not perfect. How can we say they're God? We can imagine that they are really just an agency, a kind of keyhole, a kind of instrument. If they do not put themselves in an instrumental way, then they cannot be the Guru. They have to be an open channel for divine grace to flow, which means they have no motive whatsoever other than pure love and compassion. They are of the nature of what is called in the Bhagavad Gita, Sthita Prajna, steady wisdom. And the question is asked by Arjuna to Krishna, what is the characteristic? How does such a person walk? How do they talk? How do they look? We have to maybe put aside our preconceived ideas of a Guru being something like the God portrayed in the Sistine Chapel with long white hair and flowing beard and all of these kinds of things. Because the Guru can come in many forms. One such amazing, wonderful Guru was the Divine Mother, what we call Sharda Devi, the Holy Mother. She was above all a mother, and the Guru will take the role of that parent, more significant than your own parents. Your own parents are giving you physical, genetic birth, but the Guru is giving you the opportunity for freedom, taking you out of all your pain. According to the Viveka Shrimani, Shrotriya is necessary for the Guru. That is, you must understand the essence of the scripture. And today is not only Guru Purnima, it is actually Vyasa Purnima, Veda Vyasa Purnima, because the Guru of all Gurus is deemed to be Vyasa. We honor Vyasa also, because you can see how he was dedicated to this scriptural teaching, how he authored the Bhagavatam, how he authored the Mahabharata, how he systematized the Vedas in the Vedanta Sutras, Brahma Sutras, and so on. He was a great reformer. Later, another reformer came. And we find Vyasa was born from a fisherwoman. And we see that Rani Rasmani was also a fisherwoman. And if it wasn't for Rani Rasmani building the Dakshinaswar temple, no Ramakrishna, no Vivekananda. And see how Vivekananda in his human aspect stands at the Parliament of Religions and is reluctant to speak, a little nervousness. What if I blow it? What if I don't deliver my message? I've come here to the West to deliver my message. And so in a human way, reluctant, every time he's called to the rostrum. Next, next. Finally, there's nobody next, and somebody has to prod him. So how does he make such a magnificent speech? Is exactly that. Putting his human ego aside, making it an open channel for divine grace to flow, and worshipping Mother Saraswati, the divine author of all wisdom and creativity. He opens his mouth, and it is not what he says. It's the power with which he says it. Sisters and brothers of America, allowing 7,000 people to rise in ovation. So the Guru transmits this grace, not because of any intellectual knowledge, not because he can say the same things as any other person may say, but there is a transmission of power that takes place in different ways. So the purport of the scripture, and anybody teaching Vedanta anywhere in the world will take the relevant scripture. It's not that he has to be, or he or she has to be a scholar, not at all. But from their own personal experience has to be there. And that means that such a guru has to be Brahman Ishtam, that is, has to be connected with that supreme principle, has to be truly aligned, as it were, to this grace, going back in the metaphor to the hill where the grace remains in a state of potential. And then the flow comes through as Guru Parampara, through the pipeline. So the first thing, who is my Guru? Well, what is his Parampara? What is his lineage? What is the pipeline looking like? And then is the person truly a worthy faucet, a worthy open channel that we can open, and divine grace flows. So the instrumentality is there in many religions. And so sometimes one of the puzzles would be, how is it that a human person can be so elevated? No, you can just imagine it's an instrument. In Ramakrishna's understanding, something like a matchmaker. My dear person, here is your chosen ideal. Chosen ideal, here is your devotee. A matchmaker, something like that. A catalyst, a light that shares the light and sheds the light everywhere. And then such a guru has to be a kamahata, without any motive, no desire for money, for wealth, for prestige, for status, nothing, pure love. And then finally, Avrijina, that kind of sentiment as well. God only is the Guru. That we have to understand. And that is why we can reconcile this praise of the Guru with the Guru is God. So, all kinds of ways of giving Diksha, Shakti will be for the incarnations, just a mere look, just a mere thought, or Sambhavi, again a thought, a look, a touch, but generally it's through mantra. Mantra Diksha. But your own mind is the Guru, ultimately. An effective Guru is the one who helps you to establish cleaning your own mind so that the mind becomes an illuminator for the truth to be revealed from within. And then what about the student? Yes, well, the student also requires some qualifications. At least they have to have some idea of viveka. That means discernment about what is worthwhile investing in. The world, is it worth investing in? Should I spend my energy here? Or is there something deeper? And should I look for it? And should I align myself to it all the time? And then that leads to vairagya. That means, let me now revalue the world. And instead of being attached to it, let me be detached from it and substitute that for attachment, say, to the Lord or to the divine author of the universe or the supreme principle of truth. And so the most important one of these qualities, of course, there are 6 treasures that have to be cultivated. But without this one factor, this mumukshutva, this thirst, this longing for the truth, that has to be there. Sri Ramakrishna describes it as, again in a story form, the teacher takes the student on his inquiry, when shall I see God, when will I get this revelation? Takes him down to the water, let's say the lake, plunges him in, and the man is struggling, brings him up. How did you feel? I felt as if I was about to die. When you feel that for God or the truth, then you are near. The horizon is there before you. So with anything we know, if we want to achieve anything, we have to have a strong desire and then a determination and a dedication. All of this must be present. And it is the same in spiritual life. Then what are these 6 treasures? We have to cultivate a sense of calmness, a sense of even-mindedness, no matter what the vicissitudes are. We will all come across problems, obstacles, vicissitudes, many, many different things from people, from places, from events. Throughout the world, we'll find all this turmoil. Throughout history, we'll all find it. An evenness of mind. And then, with this calmness of mind, we have to cultivate dhamma, self-control. Control of the senses is inevitable. Uparati. We have to make sure that the whole process is sustained. We have to cultivate a self-settledness. And whenever we see a decline or regression, we have to stop and elevate the mind again. And then titiksha, we have to have perseverance or forbearance. What cannot be cured has to be endured. Bravely, we have to endure many things. And then we have to have, of course, shraddha. We have to have faith. Faith in what? Faith in yourself. Faith in the Guru's guidance. And faith in God and faith in the scriptures. Scriptures are the written experience of somebody who has had the vision, the direct experience, the direct vision is a credible authority. That's the basis of all scripture. And then we have Samutana, complete concentration, a one-pointedness, something that we have to develop. Even for practical reasons, we should do it. Concentrating even on our work. And this is the secret of karma yoga, to apply this principle in every activity. We have just been doing puja here, but when you go to work, it's also a puja, if you consider it in this way. And so we see that we should all have a guru. Don't worry if you don't have a guru. If you have these particular factors, this particular thirst, in the ancient days, the student will come to a potential guru, and the guru will not teach him directly. They say, please stay here, shuffle some ideas around until you get some inward inspiration. And every good teacher will guide a person according to their capacity. And so naturally, there is a guiding divine helmsman behind us all that will assist in this meeting of a guru. And if you have a guru, or have even now, if you have a guru and the guru has given up the human body, you still have a guru. Guru will never leave you, no matter what. And so there's that tremendous assurance that can be given. And that guru will be like a matchmaker, and you will recognize the guru, and the guru will recognize you. It's interesting that the Holy Mother was a very informal guru. And she, on a railway station, she saw, there's my child. And the worker in the railway station, oh, there's my mother. An instant recognition. And she gave Diksha there on the railway station, imagine. See the love and the compassion of such a wonderful, wonderful guru as a mother. Never mind about the word guru or anything like that. Just pure love being transmitted and being exhibited and shown in this way. So with these few words, we'll enjoy the rest of our Guru Purnima, our celebration of all the gurus, all the teachers who are really just manifestations of only the one divine light, the one balancing power. So, Jai Shri Guru Maharaj Ki Jai. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace be unto all. Thanks.
Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, Master Sri Ramakrishna. Well, do you believe in God with form or without form? Disciple, rather surprised, said to himself, how can one believe in God without form when one believes in God with form? And if one believes in God without form, how can one believe that God has a form? Can these two contradictory ideas be true at the same time? Can a white liquid like milk be black? Disciple, sir, I like to think of God as formless. So, Master, very good. It is enough to have faith in either aspect. You believe in God without form. That is quite all right, but never for a moment think that this alone is true and all else false. Remember that God with form is just as true as God without form, but holds fast to your own convention. The assertion that both are equally true amazed. So, he had never learnt this from his books. Thus, this ego received a third blow, but since it has not yet completely crushed, he came forward to argue with the master a little more. Disciple, sir, suppose one believe in God with form, certainly he is not a clay image. Master interrupting, but why clay? It is an image of spirit. Disciple could not quite understand the significance of the image of spirit. But sir, he said to the master, one should explain to those who worship the clay image that it is not God, and that while worshipping it, They should have a God in view and not the clay image. One should not worship clay. Master, sharply. That's the one hobby of your Calcutta people, giving lectures and bringing others to the light. Nobody ever stops to consider how to get the light himself. Who are you to teach others? He who is the Lord of the universe will teach everyone. He also teach us who is created this universe, who has made the sun and moon and men and beast and all other beings, who has provided means for their subsistence, who has given children parents and endowed them with love to bring them up. The Lord has done so many things. Well, he not show people the way to the worship him. If they bring teaching, then he will be in teachers. He is our inner guide. Suppose there is an error in worshipping the clay image, does not God knows that through it he also is being invoked. He will be pleased with that very worship. Why should you get a headache over it? You had better try for knowledge and devotion yourself. This time, disciple felt that his ego was completely crushed. He now said to himself, yes, he has spoken the truth. Why? What need is there for me to teach others? Why I know God? Do I really love him? I haven't room enough for myself in my bed, and I am invited my friend to share it with me. I know nothing about God, yet I am trying to teach others. What is shame? How foolish I am. This is not mathematics or history or literature that one can teach it to others. No, it is the deep mystery of God. What he says appeals to me. This was disciples' first argument with the master, Sri Ramakrishna, and happily this last. So, master, you were talking of worshipping the clay image. Even if the image is made of clay, there is a need for the sort of worship. God himself has provided different form of worship. He who is the Lord of universe has arranged all the forms to suit different men in different stages of knowledge. The mother cooks different dishes to suit the stomach of her different children. Suppose she has 5 children. If there is a fish to cook, she prefers various dishes from it. Pickled fish, fried fish, and so on to suit their different tastes and power of digestion. Do you understand me? Disciple humbly. Yes, sir. How, sir? May we fix our minds on God. Master, repeat God's name and sing his glorious and keep holy company, and now and then visit God's devotees and holy men. The mind cannot dwell on God if it is immersed day and night in worldliness, in worldly duties and responsibilities. It is the most necessary to go into the solitude now and then and think of God. To fix the mind on God is very difficult in the beginning unless the practices of meditation is solitude. When a tree is young, it should be fenced all around. Otherwise, it may be destroyed by cattle. To meditate, you should withdraw within yourself or retreat to the corner or the forest. And you should be always discriminate between the real and unreal. God alone is real and eternal substance. And all else is unreal, that is impermanent. By discriminating thus, one should shake off implement objects from the mind. Disciple humbly, how ought we too live in the world. Master, do all duties, but keep your mind on God. Live with all, with wife and children, father and mother, and serve them. Treat them as if they were very dear to you, but know in your heart of hearts that they do not belong to you. A maid servant in the house of rich man performs all the household duties, but her thoughts are fixed on her own home in the native village. She brings up the master children as if they were own. She even speaks of them as my Rama or my Hari, but in her own mind, she knows very well that they do not belong to her at all. The tortoise moves about in the water, but can you guess where the thoughts are? They are on the bank where her eggs are lying. Do all your duties in the world, but keep your mind on God. If you enter the world without first cultivating the love for God, you will be entailed more and more. You will be overwhelmed with danger, its grief, its sorrow, and the more you think of the worldly things, the more you will be attached to them. First, rub your hands with oil, then break open the jackfruit, otherwise they will be smeared with the sticky milk. First, secure the oil of divine love, and then set your hands to the duties of the world. But one must go into the solitude to attain the divine love, to get butter from the milk, and you must let it set into the curd in the scheduled spot. If it is in the too much disturbed, milk won't turn into curd. Next, you must put aside all the duties, sit in the quiet spot and churn the curd. Only then do you get butter. Further, by meditating on God in solitude, the mind acquires knowledge, dispassion, and the devotion. But the very same mind goes downwards if it is reveals in the world. In the world, there is only on thoughts, women, and gold. The world is the water and the milk, and the mind is milk. If you pour milk into the water, they become one. You cannot find the pure milk anymore, but turn the milk into curd and churn into the butter. Then when that butter is placed in water, it will float. So practice spiritual discipline in solitude and obtain the butter of knowledge and love. Even if you keep the butter in the water of the world, the two will not mix. The butter will float. Together with this, you must practice discrimination. Women and gold is impermanent. God is only eternal substance. What does a man get with money, food, clothes, and dwelling place? Nothing more. You cannot realize God with this help. Therefore, money can never be goal of life. That is the process of discrimination. Do you understand? Disciple, yes, sir. I recently read a Sanskrit play called Parboda Chedurdorya. It deals with discrimination. Master, yes, discrimination about objects considered, what is there in the money or the beautiful body. Discriminate and you will find that even the body of beautiful women consists of bones, flesh, fat, and other disagreeable things. Why should a man give up God and direct his attention to such things. Why should a man forget God for their sake? Master. Disciple. It is possible to see God. Master. Yes, certainly. Living in the solitude now and then, repeating the God's name and singing is glorious, and discriminating between the real and the unreal. These are the means to employ to see him. Disciple. Under what condition does one see God? Master. Try to Lord with the intensely yearning art, and you will certainly see him. People shed to whole jug of the tears of wife and children. They swim in the tear of money, but who weeps for God, cry him with a real cry. The master sang the song, continuing. Thank you.
Pranam. I'm reading a few passages from the book Towards the Goal Supreme by Swami Virajananda. When you begin meditation, first sit steadily for a while and watch the mind. Let it wander wherever it pleases. Think that you are the witness, the seer. Sit watching how the mind floats and sinks, runs and skips. Keep thinking, I'm not the mind, I'm not the body, not the senses. I am altogether separate from the mind. The mind too is material. It is only a finer form of matter. I am the Atman, the master. The mind is my servant. Whenever any idle thought arises in the mind, try at once to put it down forcibly. Ordinarily, one breathes through the left nostril at the time of rest, through the right at the time of work, and through both at the time of meditation. The state most favorable to meditation is when the body and mind have become calm and there is even flow of breath through both nostrils. But do not pay too much attention to watching your breath, nor make this a guide by which to regulate your activities. When the mind is absolutely calm, breathing becomes steady, and kumbhaka, which is retention of breath, follows. When breathing is steady, the mind becomes one-pointed. Bhakti, the love of God, also brings about kumbhaka without effort, and breathing becomes steady. Even without practicing yoga, pranayama, that is the control of breath, is attained automatically if one remembers and thinks of the Lord and does japa with a yearning heart. There is no other easy or convenient method to achieve one-pointedness of mind except by abhyasa, or repeated and sustained efforts, and by vairagya, or non-attachment to worldly objects. Whatever be the time you devote to japa and meditation, even if it be only 10 or 15 minutes, do it with all your heart and soul. The Lord is the indweller, the inner guide. He sees your heart. His measure is not how long you meditate on him, nor how many things you do japa, but by your inner longing. In the beginning, japa and meditation taste rather dry. You must go on practicing them, even if it be like swallowing medicine. You will find joy after you have practiced steadfastly for 3 or 4 years. Then, if you miss your meditation, even for one day, you will feel miserable, out of joint, as it were. Self-effort, purushakara, is necessary for spiritual attainment. Resolve firmly, I will realize God through my own efforts by doing spiritual practices, and go on steadfastly practicing japa and meditation, seated in proper posture for at least 2 hours every morning and evening for 3 or 4 years, and see if you can succeed or not. It is not good for householders to do much pranayama or yoga. Those who are bent upon doing it should strictly observe regularity and moderation in all walks of life. They should have nutritious and sattvic food at the proper time, well-ordered activities, a life without worry, a healthy and secluded spot with pure air and temperate climate, clean bowels, moderation in speech. Above all, it is imperative to observe brahmacharya or perfect continence. Violation of these restrictions is liable to cause heart or brain disease. When by continued practice of japa and meditation, the mind will have become calm and purified, then mind itself will be your guru or guide, and you will have proper understanding of everything and find the solutions of your spiritual doubts and questions within yourself. The mind will tell you what you should do, one thing after another, and how you should conduct yourself. When doing japa, meditate on the form of your chosen idol also. Otherwise, japa never becomes deep. Even if the whole form of the deity does not appear in meditation, begin with whatever part of the form comes. Try again and again, even if you fail. Why should you give up if you do not succeed? You have to carry on with tenacity. Does meditation come easily by the mere wish? Repeated efforts should be made to collect the mind from other objects and fix it upon the object of meditation. Success in this will come as one goes on practicing. Japa or mental repetition of the mantra, counting it on the fingers, using a rosary, or keeping the number of the repetitions, all these are only preliminary means to help withdraw the mind from other objects and fix it on the object of worship. Otherwise, you will not know when the mind may have run away in another direction, or you may even have dozed off. So though these processes may appear to some to cause little distraction at the outset, they will enable one to keep watch over the mind's vagaries, detect them easily, and draw the mind back and keep it fixed on the object of meditation. Never think yourself to be weak. Have firm faith in yourself. Think, there is nothing that I cannot do. I can do everything if I will. Why should you acknowledge defeat to your mind? Know that if you can subdue it, the whole world will be under your feet. One who has no self-confidence does not have real faith in God. Swami Vivekananda has said that the real atheist is he who has no faith in himself. Nobody listens to the words of one who has no self-confidence, and God also does not listen to his prayers. Asana is that posture in which one can sit for meditation steadily and with ease for a long time. But the spine has to be kept straight, and the chest, neck, and head should be held erect so that the entire weight of the upper part of the body may fall on the ribs and the chest may not sag. A stooping posture, in any case, is not healthy. So, thank you.
Outstanding question. This Pushpam is flower, Anjali is hands. So we are offering the flowers at the feet of Lord. So in Tantra Shastra, there is a mention that I think a couple of times also I have told. Whenever we are not able to do the worship individually, so we can offer this Pushpanjali at the lotus feet of the Lord. It is as good as considered as worshipping the Lord. So this is the significance of this Pushpanjali. I will tell mantra by part. Kindly repeat after me. Om Aim Esha Sachandana Pushpanjalihi Sangaya Savarnaya Sashaktikaya Saparshadaya Sarva Deva Devi Swarupaya Shri Ramakrishnaya Vaushata Om Aim Yesha Sachandana Pushpanjali Sangaya Savarnaya Sashaktikaya Saparshadaya Sarva Deva Devi Swarupaya Shri Ramakrishnaya Vaushata Om I Yesha Sachandana Pushpanjali Sangaya Savarnaya Sashaktikaya Saparshadaya Sarva Deva Devi Swarupaya Shri Ramakrishnaya Vaushata. Pranama mantra, salutations prayer. Om Sthapakaya cha Dharmasya Sarvadharma Swarupine Avatara Varishtaya Ramakrishnaya Te Namaha. Om Ajnanatimiraandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. My salutations to Guru, the teacher, who removes my cloud of ignorance by the knowledge and the ointment or medicine called spirituality. Om, peace, peace, peace. Dear Swami Purnanji and dear devotees, today is a very auspicious day, as we all know that it is a Guru Purnima. In the Indian ancient tradition, we have got 4 auspicious full moon days. This is one of the auspicious full moon day actually. So whoever knows the traditions, they will be observing 4 full moon days with the celebrations. Among them, this is a one. And even if you see scientifically, during the full moon days, generally the waves in the ocean will be turbulent. Why? Because the moon and the gravitational force in the earth both are very interlinked. So on this, even according to the scriptures, the rishis, the scriptural scientists or spiritual scientists, they have also said, in the full moon day, our minds can be turbulent, or they can be more restless comparatively. So in these full moon days, we are supposed to probably do more and more studies, contemplation, or think about God, think about self, so that we can control our mind to the larger extent. And also here, geography is also involved here actually. From today onwards, if you see, in the olden days, monks never used to stay in one place. They used to travel more than 3 days. They never used to stay in one place. But now monsoon has started in India, and for 3 months, we'll have a continuous rains. And in the olden days, we used to have a very heavy rains. Then it would have been difficult for monks to travel as a parivrajaka, as an itinerant monks. So that is the reason on this day, they used to take Chaturmasya Vrata. 3 or 4 months, they will not move anywhere, and they will not leave the particular village, and they will not travel outside any river, and they will stay in one place, and they do all spiritual practices. And whoever comes, any spiritual aspirant, they will try to teach spirituality, or if they have got any doubts about scripture, they'll be able to clear. And so this is one of the called Chaturmasya Vrata, which is taken on these monks. Generally, they take for 3 to 4 months, they will not travel anywhere. And there is a lot of food restrictions and all these things. And coming to this Guru Purnima, it is actually Vasa Purnima. As we all know that Buddha on Vaishaka Purnima, the full moon day which comes in the Vaishaka month, it is a thrice blessed day, we know that. Because he was born on that day, and he got the enlightenment on that day, and he also left his mortal coil on the same day. Now, this Guru Purnima is a twice blessed day, they say. Why? One is because the Vasa has born on this auspicious day, and at the same time, he also left his mortal coil on the same day. And before, just he was leaving his mortal coil, the disciples were in and around, and they were feeling grief-stricken, they were feeling sorrow, and they were expressing their sorrowness that, oh Guru, you taught us spirituality, you led us holding our hand in our life journey. Now you are leaving your mortal coil. So who will protect us actually? Then the Veda Vyasa said, look, I am staying in a subtle form in every Guru, in every teacher. So by worshipping Gurus, by worshipping teachers, you will be worshipping me only. I'll be living or staying in a subtle form in every Guru or in every teacher. So you need not to bother. Whomever when you see a Guru or teacher, you can remember that I am there, or I am residing in them in a subtle form. So that's how the tradition came. The Vasa Purnima, the birth and the death of the Vasa particular day, started worshipping as the Guru Purnima. This is the history behind worshipping this Vasa Purnima. And when it comes to Guru, who is Guru actually? And in slang language, in vernacular languages in India, if someone is too talkative and who is giving free suggestions, for them is still, oh, come, look, the Guru has come here. Means he's gone talkative and he gives free suggestions, though people don't ask. So in the Guru Gita, for this word Guru, etymologically, they give the meaning is Gu means Gu and Ru, who removes the ignorance. Gu and Ru, 2 words. One who removes the ignorance, he is called Guru. So what type of ignorance here they meant? The ignorance about the self actually. We are all self, we are all existence, consciousness, bliss absolute, which is called Atman or Brahman. But unfortunately, we have forgotten our own nature, our real nature, and we are suffering. We are struggling. And Guru comes to our rescue here, and he tries to remove our ignorance. He helps us to remove these clouds of ignorance. That's why Guru is considered such a, given such a high pedestal in every culture and in every religion. And Sri Ramakrishna very clearly tells, Satchidananda or the Lord of the universe is the real Guru. Then what about so many gurus we are having? They are all mere instruments. So the Lord is coming through them and is trying to do his work or is trying to do his mission. So we are all his only instruments. So this instrumental bhava or instrumental, perception should be there very clearly as told by Sri Ramakrishna. And all our revered monks has taken this perception that we are only mere instruments. Sri Ramakrishna is our chosen deity, or Sri Ramakrishna is the real Guru for every one of us. There's a beautiful story regarding the, I think, Padmapada Acharya. Acharya means teacher. Shankaracharya had 4 direct disciples. Among them, one was Padmapada Acharya. This Padmapada was known as ignorant person. Like some other his direct disciples of Shankara, they were very good at Sanskrit, they were very good at Vedas, and they were very good at Vedangas, 6 auxiliaries of Vedas, all these things. Where this Padmapada Acharya, he was a dumb fellow. He didn't know anything. So one fine day, Shankaracharya finished his ablutions, and his all other disciples also finished their ablutions, and they were sitting below the tree where they were supposed to, Shankaracharya was supposed to start scriptural class. The other side of the river, Padmapada was washing the clothes of his guru, that is none other than Shankaracharya. Since he was washing and afterwards he has to cross the river and he is supposed to come, it will take good amount of time. But Guru, that is Shankaracharya, was waiting for Padmapada Acharya to come back. 5 minutes over, 10 minutes over, he is not returning because he is finishing his Guru Seva. Among the disciples, they are murmuring among themselves. See, that Padmapada Acharya is there, he doesn't know anything. He is such an ignorant person. Even he doesn't know basic, simple Sanskrit. We don't know why Guru is waiting for him. Guru understood, because Shankaracharya is such a great personality. He did not to hear anything. Even they were murmuring, but he understood the intention. Then immediately, Adi Shankaracharya called Padmapada Acharya with the pre-monastic name. Just he called. And he was doing some work. He was cleaning his Guru's clothes. He left there, which was a big, quite a big river, and which was a deep in. Probably if anyone walks, definitely we get drowned. But he never thought about any of that. He only said, my Guru is calling, I should go and look into it. I should go and attend, probably Guru needs something. He immediately started running on the water in the river, on the river itself. Wherever he kept his feet on the water, before that, their lotus started getting appeared. So that's how the lotus started protecting the feet of this disciple. That's why he's called Padmapada. Padma means lotus, Pada means feet. So this was a miracle seen by all the disciples of Shankaracharya. Then they understood why Guru loves and gives his personal service to this Padmapada Acharya. Probably externally he is not very intelligent, or he may not know Sanskrit or whatever, but inside there is a spiritual evolution in him. That's why Guru loves him. Guru gives his all the chance of doing a personal service. Then all the other direct disciples of Shankara, they came and they apologized with the Guru. Because of the ignorance, we didn't understand the greatness of Padmapada Acharya. Please, we are feeling sorry, and please, we apologize for the mistake. Then Guru laughed at it. Never mind. So we should not undermine anyone. We are studying Vedanta. When consciousness is there in everyone, which is only difference in the manifestation, potentially we're all divine when we say, how can we make differentiation? How can we make partiality? Or how can we make someone is big, someone is less, someone is great and someone is not great? So he gave a practical tips, probably of Advaita Vedanta. All of them accepted, and all the 4 disciples started going together. So this is the effect of Guru. That's the reason Adi Shankaracharya in Vivek Chudamani, he describes what is Shraddha, what is faith. Shastrasya Guru Vakyasya Satya Buddhi Avadharanam Sa Shraddha Katita Sadbihi Yaya Vastupa Labhyate. Means one who has got firm faith, firm belief in the scriptural statements and in the words of the Guru, that is called faith. If such faith in a person, a spiritual personality or a spiritual sadhaka has got, then definitely he gets vastu upalabhyate. Means he gets that vastu. What is that vastu? Atma Vidya or Brahma Vidya or the spirituality or realization. The same thing we can see in the life of Swami Adbhutanandji, Latu Maharaj, who was again one of the direct disciples of Sri Ramakrishna. As we all know, whoever studied Sri Ramakrishna's life, Sri Ramakrishna went to school and he studied till 4th standard actually. So Sri Ramakrishna was literate and he was able to read and he was able to write and he was able to sign, etc. His own disciple, this Latu, even he never went to school at all. So basically in this modern language, in the modern day language, he's completely illiterate. Sometimes Sri Ramakrishna felt, no, this fellow even doesn't know even to read alphabets. I should teach him. So when this Latu was staying with Sri Ramakrishna in the Dakshineshwar temple complex, Sri Ramakrishna said, Latu, come, every day evening I will give tuition for you so that you can read and write, at least you can learn basic alphabets. He was a sincere disciple and he said, fine. And he sat. And for half an hour, 1 hour, Sri Ramakrishna tried and Sri Ramakrishna himself failed. And he said, Latu, I cannot teach you alphabets, so it is better forget about it. So basically he was ignorant and he was illiterate person. And after his Guru's grace, whatever the Guru gave his teachings or whatever Guru told, he followed in his life. After a decade or two, when we see whatever just in a layman's language, in a very most ordinary language used to say, whatever is based on his experiences, that was almost, it was resembling all the Upanishadic truths, Vedic truths. The Rishis, thousands of years before, they had studied, they had meditated for thousands of years, they had made a penance, and whatever they had revelations, that was told in a poetic language. So whoever knows Upanishads and whoever studies today teachings of Swami Adbhutanandji, both are resemble each other, or more or less the Upanishadic truths are told in a simple layman's language by Adbhutanandji. How is it possible? He didn't know even to read and write, and all his teachings or all his talks, all his conversations are resembling, or it is getting tallied with the Upanishadic statements, or it is called Upanishadic mantras. How it is? Swami Vivekananda, one of the direct disciples, he makes very clear. Why, you know? He had only one quality, that he had a devotion in his Guru. So whatever Sri Ramakrishna said, he followed to the letter, every letter. That's the reason he is a Brahmagnani today. He is the knower of the Brahman, knower of the self. That's why whatever he's saying, it is not from bookish knowledge. It is not the scriptural knowledge. It is the knowledge based on its experience. The same Swami Adbhutanandji, he was staying with Sri Ramakrishna. Probably a few months might have over. One day, Sri Ramakrishna was searching for Latu. He didn't find. Then that night he asked, Latu, today evening I was trying to search you. I didn't find. Where were you? Latu said, Sir, Master, today I was feeling very tired actually. Okay, what did you do? I was sleeping. Sri Ramakrishna said, what? Evening time, such a auspicious time for meditation, calling mother, that is auspicious time to call God. You have come here to do spiritual practice and time is getting advanced. So you are going near to death. You don't have any feeling and you are sleeping. To sleep did you come here? So in a general language, maybe little very softly, Sri Ramakrishna scolded. Probably such scoldings we might have got from our gurus, and we might have got enough scoldings from our parents and from our elders, and we keep on getting. And we forget, or at the same time, 1 or 2 days, we would try to be serious, and again, back to pavilion like that, we do it. But Latu Maharaj, he felt very bad about it. He felt ashamed, and he asked apology, he asked sorry with his Guru Sri Ramakrishna, and himself decided that now onwards, I will not sleep. First and foremost, daytime, I will not sleep. Even night sleeping also, because my Guru has said, death is nearing. Any day I may die. So I'm supposed to think more and more about God. Instead of that, I'm not supposed to sleep. Probably 5 or 6 hours you would have slept, probably. He said, no, that also I will not sleep. And every day, day in and day out, is to meditate, is to meditate, is to meditate. Afterwards, he became Gudakesha. What is called this Gudakesha? Gudakesha means one who has conquered the sleep. One day, 2-3 hours we slept because of some work or some other pressure, fine. Second day, again, because of the workload, sometimes it happens when we are working, 2-3 hours we slept, and somehow we are managing with coffee and some with food and something, medicines, fine. 3 days, okay. 4th, 5th maximum. Afterwards, we lose our mental balance immediately, unknowingly, wherever we sit, probably we might have dozed off and we might sleep and we might snore and all. But that means we have not conquered our sleep. Whereas in the case of Swami Adbhutananji, that is Latu Maharaj, he had conquered the sleep. So whenever he wished, he could have slept. Like in daytime or afternoon or evening or night, either in the forest or in the marketplace or in the railway station, wherever he wants, wherever he wish, how much ever he wish, he was able to sleep. That was the control he had got. So because he followed sincerely to every letter the Guru's words, and he conquered the sleep, and he became the knower of Brahman, or is a self-realized person. So when we follow the teachings of real Gurus, when we follow the teachings of masters, what happens? We get a lot of energy and we get a lot of strength, inner strength, internal strength. The same thing we can see in the Aruni's life also. Whoever studied Mahabharata, in I think Vanaparva or Adiparva, this story comes. Aruni, he comes to Gurukula. Gurukula means in the olden days in India, it was nothing but school, residential school. He came to learn Sanskrit, to learn Vedas, Vedangas and all these things. But Guru told, look, near our school, we have got a huge paddy field. So go and fill the water and see that water should not get here and there. And he went and he tilled the soil and he started letting the water in. And good amount of water is getting settled. Then suddenly he sees in one place, the embankment is not strong. So the water is slowly going out and the embankment got broke. And whatever the nearby, with the instrument, he tried to put the soil and he tried to stop so much. Couple of times, several times he tried to stop. It didn't happen. Then he thought, my Guru has told to fill the water with this field so that we can sow the paddy. But how much ever I am trying, I am not able to stop the water with the force. What will I do? He thought, my Guru's wish has to come true. And himself, he was a well-built personality, himself horizontally slept and he started supporting with the back that so that water will not come. Sunset over, night over, all the students have come and they're about to go to sleep and the Saruni has not yet come. Then the probably warden or the senior, they went and informed the Guru that the Aruni, who is a new student, is missing. Probably he might have ran away to school, to his house. Probably he couldn't get well with the school. Such type of rumors were there probably. But Guru knew the Aruni is not such type of personality. So with the help of lamp, with a few students, the Guru started searching, all of them started searching and they came near the paddy field. Then Aruni is sleeping. Then Guru asked, why are you sleeping here? You have got a wonderful place in the Gurukula. On the mat you can sleep. Why are you sleeping in the paddy field? Then said, no Guru, you asked me to fill the water. Yes, water is filled. But here the small patch, I'm not able to stop the water. How much ever I tried with the soil, that's the reason I'm sleeping. We are protecting from my back so that water is not going away. Then Guru felt so happy about him. And he said, Uddhalaka. Uddhalaka means get up, rise. Uttishta we say in Sanskrit. So because his name was, the Aruni was named as a new name with Uddhalaka, means get up, rise. Then Guru said, don't worry. And some of them, they got more instruments from other places. They brought more soil and they were able to stop that water leakage. And that's why from that day, Aruni became Uddhalaka. And that same person, when Guru, because he was such a great personality, when he blessed, without any schooling, without any undergoing of 12 years of training, he became the knower of the Vedas, knower of the Upanishads. He knew the entire Upanishads and Vedas scriptures in the spirit and completely. From whichever the part, from whichever the portion, if anyone asks, he was able to tell this Uddhalaka. Why? Because he followed the instructions of Guru. So fortunately, we have got so many Gurus in our life. We shall take their words seriously And as much as possible, we shall try to follow their teachings in toto, so that we will be able to go nearer the truth and we can become the better human being or a real gentle person. May Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother Swamiji, and all the Guru Parampara bless all of us, so that we shall try to awaken the inherent spirituality, divinity more and more. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.